Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, that's like normal now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
dress.
what?
It's a lady in a white dress.
It is a white lady in a white dress. You're correct. So this is clearly Liv Tyler. Some people saw these photos and they immediately like, who is that supposed to be? You know, who is that? I disagree. I think you can absolutely tell it's her. Is it perfect? No. Again, we've been pretty critical about J&D, especially with the price point. This piece in particular seems to be one of the most disliked so far. I do think that looks like Liv Tyler. I showed this to my wife. She said, yeah, it's Liv Tyler. Is it perfect? No. But I do think it looks like her. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think as you look at these photos?
I don't know if I seen these photos, but the other photos I was looking at looked like her. Are these the only photos, or were there other ones too?
This is it.
Okay. Something different.
I think it was an odd choice of expression and pose. She had better moments in the movie they could have chosen from, like that.
Yeah, like this. Then obviously a different dress. But these are kind of side by side just to kind of compare. We can look at faces. Again, I feel like it's kind of mannequin-y, and I always feel like the lips are kind of weird on J&D pieces. But I mean, I could tell that it's her, but is it as good as the real photo of her? No. Is there anybody that feels like it's just awful? Like it feels like it's not even close to her?
No, I mean, I like it personally. So.
Looks like a high-end Barbie doll to me, but
yeah. I mean, that's a very valid point.
I mean, and I don't mean to give a bad name to high-end Barbie dolls. Like, if that's your thing, cool. Right. I mean, but I think I tend to lean toward what Jeff Morris was getting at, which is, okay, it's a pretty girl in a dress, okay, but that may be.
I didn't know who it was immediately. I mean, even looking at some of the other ones, you could tell who it was supposed to be. But I mean, at first I was like, who's this random girl?
Mm-hmm.
I think
because it just didn't look like how I remembered her looking in the movie.
I think if they would have put like whatever that, the head adornment, the jewelry that we saw in that other picture, I think it would have been even more obvious who this was. That was pretty prominent, in the movies. But I mean, it's cool. I'm sure for somebody that's collecting Lord of the Rings, this is an absolute grail.
Yeah. And what is it, $3,000?
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I think it's $3,000.
Sorry, pardon my French, but good.
Yeah,
Lord.
but
Really?
but you're right.
I'm sorry. Come on. What?
Some people did before and after. They kind of trimmed her jawline. I do think this looks better. If they made a few tweaks, kind of putting her eyes a little closer together and some other things. But
I think if they put her in that green dress, she would look better. I think her skin is so pale and the dress is so white, and it's just kind of meh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Todd's got her for $25.50.
$25.50
with free shipping to the U.S.
Okay.
It's a little better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. All right, so let's move on from her to a piece that I'm kind of maybe interested in now. This is a new tease of the life-size Bale from Infinity Studios. Kind of see a side profile. I think that looks pretty good from what we can see.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about an unmasked portrait. I love that they're doing a Bale like this, but I don't know. I think I would maybe rather it be have his cowl. I mean, he's holding his cowl.
Yeah.
But I doubt we're going to get a cowled version.
Well, I think that's the same way you said. I think the only way I would purchase a statue where it was just the actor's face is like in this case, if he was holding the actual cowl.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was smart.
Yeah, I think the selling point is the actor likeness, so I don't think they want to hide it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I can see myself getting this one and pairing it with my Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I love the Dark Knight. So we'll see. We'll see with the reveal. There's the Joker right there.
It'd be cool if you could put the cowl over his head.
Yeah, it would.
That would be really cool, actually.
Probably mess everything up though.
It might, but it'd be cool. So there's me and my pal. These are some photos of the newly released. I know people were really excited about this. This is the '89 Batmobile from Hot Toys on display. So this one's up for pre-order right now.
This is the third time they re-released it, right?
Is it really?
I think so. Was it second or third? There was maybe third.
I think it's the second.
The second.
I thought it was the second because I know some people were really. I mean, they're always looking for this thing. They're always trying to find one. So, they had this on display too, which is interesting because they had this on display at San Diego at the Sideshow booth, but this is not for sale as of right now. I don't know if they'll sell it at a later point, but just the fact that they have it on display this week, I thought was interesting. But what do you guys think of the likeness on the Hot Toys? This is not necessarily a reissue, but it's a new version.
Looks good.
Yeah, that looks good. I
I
think, right?
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Looks like him to me.
It's like they captured his mouth really good and that kind of that over texture that the rubber had on the the suit. I think that looks really good. But yeah, I think that looks
The old one at a reasonable price is just out of the question.
right. It's insane at this point.
And this one's going to be new.
Right. Here's some photos of the actual statue as they were kind of painting him up. I don't love that mouth as much.
It's a funny expression, but it definitely looks like Keaton, though.
It does. I think they did a nice job. He's got that smile. This is another one with the battle damage.
Where's his eye?
I think it's that. I think it has the PERS unit, that adjustable eyes. So I think that they just don't have them in for this as they're showing this off.
I think these are the ones that the painter posts.
Oh, okay.
They're working on.
Yeah.
Like when they announce it's going up to order because
I think
of his name, but they have a couple of the people that paint the prototypes post their work on the head sculpts.
And they're always under really good lighting, so you can really see the detail. I think, and again, I love the texture of the cowl. It just looks like rubber. Really well done. There's some detail on the suit. And it comes with the gargoyle for the deluxe version, which I thought was a nice touch.
I'm surprised about that computer thing. I thought that would be in like a mega deluxe.
I did too. I just thought that was a no-brainer for this thing to come as at least one option.
Offer it as one separate thing.
And that's why I thought maybe they would offer it separate, but I think I would have thought they would have done it by now.
Yeah.
With the other releases. I love that they did the Vicky Vale shoe.
Yeah.
I thought that was really great to put next to the gargoyle. And then there's the swap out mouth.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. All the little gadgets and weapons. So I know that got a lot of interest. Here's a piece that I know a couple of us ordered. I think Dan ordered it and myself. Anybody else order this one?
No, it's tempting, but I'm tempted to order I was telling you guys that the Sideshow Joker PF.
Yeah. This one, we got the photos and the pre-order kind of out of nowhere. And so it's just really a fun piece. I think it's beautiful. It's got that classic Ivy.
It was Valentine's Day, Chris.
Oh, it was Valentine's. Well, I bought myself a Valentine's.
There you go.
Her base,
I bought myself a redhead. Don't tell my wife.
Her base kind of matches up with the pogo stick Joker. He had that same GCPD. What do you call it? Like the
floor.
Yeah.
Like crest, shield.
Yeah.
Busted up shield.
That emblem.
I think it's from the building. I forget what it's called.
Dan, I don't think you hesitated on this one at all, did you?
No, I think she looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really pretty.
I love the style of it. I think she'll look great next to the Tweeterhead quarter scale Harley. I think similar style. I just love the pinup look of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's very classic looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
I like the hat and
Yep.
the plant's mouth.
Yep, it's just really cool. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Beautiful piece.
And she's gorgeous. I mean, the portrait's gorgeous, and the anatomy, the sculpt looks great. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is up for pre-order right now. If you guys have missed this one, $700 though.
I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Right there.
Yeah,
That
it's just
I hadn't seen that.
absolutely. I mean, sexy, stunning, strong.
Yep.
You name it. Beautiful. 18 inches high. Some people were a little bit worried about the size of it.
Worried like small or big?
They thought it was a little small.
At 18 inches?
Yep.
I think it's scaled correctly, but it will look short compared to many other Batman pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the complaint. Yeah.
Well, she can be down front in a cluster.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I'll put her.
Yep.
It's actually kind of convenient.
I was going to say, I like that there's varying heights because it's hard to display, especially if you're trying to put them in front of each other.
And you can
difficult.
put her on a styrofoam block if you want her higher.
That's right. Eric pointed out this is a great alternative. This is a Kotobukiya piece.
She's cute.
If you want a little bit of more of a budget piece, but still fun. Yeah, fun piece.
Yeah, I was trying to say they look similar without saying they look similar to.
Well, right. I'm just saying, like, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just it's an alternative.
It almost looks like the same exact pose and everything, but I don't know, there's a lot of statues of her sitting on a tree like that. So
Yeah,
it is very similar.
I'm a massive Last of Us fan after watching it on HBO. It's been a lot of fun. I know all of us have been watching it in the Rogues Gallery here. But this was updated from Prime 1. They updated Ellie's face. And it's more accurate to the video game, which I think looks really great. A lot of people are really happy they made the upgrade, and I think she looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the video game looks like, but that looks like a real person.
That
Look at that skin texture there.
Kind of reminds me of the girl that's playing her a little bit.
Good casting. But I love these updated images, and I thought it was cool that they weren't satisfied. They wanted to tweak it because they didn't need to, but they did. So again, props to Prime 1.
That's amazing.
Speaking of amazing, these were shown today. This is a production piece of the Mira. Obviously, there's a lot of hate for Amber Heard, and you can either feel hate or not. But I think this thing looks beautiful. Really, really good to the actor likeness, I think. What do you guys think as you look at these?
Stunner.
Yeah.
Absolute stunner.
I think it's prettier than she actually was in the movie.
Yeah. I think that's a good
I mean,
point.
there is a softness to her that did not come through in the movie.
Yeah. I think, again, Infinity Studios has done a phenomenal job. I don't know how many of these will sell because, again, a lot of people don't like her after the whole Johnny Depp thing.
But it is pretty.
It is beautiful. Yeah.
They killed the job on it.
Even the base looks cool.
The base has got this really great translucent water effect.
It does look cool.
Look how beautiful it is.
It wraps around her arm.
Yeah, that was the thing that I thought was cool.
Shows some nice movement there. Again, the texture on her suit. I'm assuming her chest going up to her neck will be silicone.
I'm wondering, that's a good question. Do you think it's like will be or will they, like wasn't that Harley Quinn from the same people?
Yes.
It was like
the only difference with that is we saw some reviews online. She had a choker, and so that separated the line of her chest, and she had a full shirt on. So that was okay. Whereas this is fully exposed where there is no seam. So I would assume, everything else is polystone, but I would assume her chest going up to her head, and then hopefully her hands are all silicone. They should be. She's not holding anything, so it should be, not an issue with her holding. Also, she does come with the crown, so you have the two different looks, depending on how you want to display her. But I would assume that she's going to start shipping pretty soon here. But again, whether you love her or hate her,
better than the Harley did.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this. A lot of you guys know I did cancel the Harley. And so that was a little difficult, but I think it was probably the right decision for me. But again, this is I do think this is one of their best ones they've done to date. Really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I love this picture from our friend Art, statue collector. This is another Infinity Studios piece. This is
I'll never let go.
yeah, everybody was like, just a little higher, Art, just a little higher. But anyway, this is the Anne Hathaway. I think this is one of the best pictures of her so far. Looks just like her. But this is a piece that I've considered. I at this point, it's a no for me. But I'm not going to say no forever. It's a possibility maybe down the road, but I do think it turned out really nice. I put this in here because this is waitlisted. So obviously this was a very popular choice for a lot of collectors. What was the ES like 500?
Plot twist.
Yeah, it's 500.
Yeah, 500. So yeah, it's waitlisted at Prime 1. So again, congratulations to anybody getting this one. Really excited
Someone
to
mentioned
add
in the chat earlier that you can still get it from GFX distribution.
Okay. There might be some local retailers that you can get it from. So obviously Prime 1 is waitlisted because of retailers buying directly from them. So obviously you can still jump on the waitlist of Prime 1, but also check your local retailers and maybe they can get it for you.
That went from pitchforks and torches to sold out.
Yep.
That was like a whiplash moment.
It sure was, but beautiful piece as well. This is the last Ronin that was teased on bike. I thought this was a fun piece. This is a quarter scale from PCS. Little tease. We haven't seen any other photos, but what do you guys think of this? I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Speaking of pitchforks,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen too many pitchforks this week. This is the Merciless. Obviously, they've already done a blue version, but this is the red version, very similar to what XM did. This is part of their 10-year anniversary where they're doing the variants, such as this one. This is part of their 10-year anniversary also. So they're doing these repaints, these variants. I think it looks cool with the red. I think it's pretty awesome. I think I'd still probably prefer the blue, but still cool they're offering, I suppose.
Yeah, I think I still like the blue. I'm surprised they didn't do in the comic. Does he have a gold?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has like a gold one. I'm surprised they didn't do gold.
Don't hold your breath. There'll be a gold one.
That's next year.
Yeah, that'll be next year. You'll see a gold variant. I wish I was into this line because the details on these are insane. They're so good. Again, Prime 1 continues to kill these.
Yeah, I didn't see too many people complaining about this repaint.
Yeah, not as many people on this one. And maybe people just don't care about this. I don't know. Somebody posted this today. This is the life-size Iron Spider from Queen Studios.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So here's the dead body in the box, wrapped in the cellophane. The dog's kind of like, what the hell's going on?
The mummy.
Mummy. But it's not my favorite Spider-Man, but still looks pretty cool on display.
Yeah.
It's cool suit because it has lights in it.
Yeah. Got the light up base, which is cool, and then the light up lights, like Jeff just said. It's a cool piece. Cool display behind him too. I've got a photo at the end of this guy's bus collection. Really impressive.
It's crazy how many were made. Did that say edition size 1,300? Like 1,299?
No, it was much smaller. It was 300, 299.
Oh, I said okay. I was like, wow.
His was 65. It's only 300 made, or 299.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty cool though, right?
Yeah.
Good detail on him.
Yeah, the texture in the suit looks great.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks very good.
The video from whatever show that was where they had the bust with Tom Holland's head looked like this too. Like all the textures were there.
Yeah, real similar. This was a review we had on the channel. I just put in a couple of photos, but this is the production of the Doctor Strange. Thank you everybody that watched that review. It was a great guest review.
That thing looked really good in the
does.
video.
It does look good. I'm really impressed. I mean,
And the hair looked really good out of the box.
yeah, and that's hard to do. And I
Yeah.
agree. I think Queen did a really nice job. Again, this is Queen Studios with this one, not Infinity. Look at that skin. It's just crazy.
The eyebrows got me because, I mean, he's got, like some funky eyebrow pattern
Yeah.
going on that looks very realistic.
They did a great job on him. Here's part of
That
his
guy
collection.
has some great collection.
Yeah, look at
That's
that.
awesome.
Everybody's like, when is he going to do the room tour? So we're working on that.
That Thanos just looks pissed off and big.
I think it's massive. Sang posted some photos of their factory process. I thought was pretty cool to see. They have all these little red arrows. So this is what they send back to the factory when they need to make an adjustment, or there's something wrong with the statue. This is my scarecrow that I have coming. They also had photos of the Zantana, like just little areas where they make note of the factory. I thought these were kind of cool photos that kind of show some behind the scenes of like what areas they need to redo.
That is cool.
So little red ones. Somebody chimed in that used to work for Prime One. I think it was maybe Bryan. He said like in the old days they used to have like 1 million of these red things all over every statue. So
I've seen that before. Usually it's like masking tape though, not with the
yeah, sometimes there's masking. I think I had one photo with masking, or maybe I didn't save that one. Nope, I don't. But anyway, pretty cool.
I had, I think it was my White Knight on bike, the Batman on bike that came. I had two parts of the statue had pieces of masking tape on the keys that they were numbered.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's just something they clearly didn't take off in the factory. Yeah, they forgot to take it off.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I left them on. I thought it was kind of cool.
I just threw this in here. This is a great cover of Ra's al Ghul, One Bad Day, or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to say it. But I want this as a statue. I think this looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Would love that.
That's a good general purpose version.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he looks, more than just a guy in an outfit or a suit. He does look very villainy.
Yep. I agree, Jeff.
Yeah, it looks so
I like
good.
the eyes too. They look kind of red.
They do, and I love the fur, kind of like what they did with Penguin. I think they could do something like that. So, again, Johnny, if you're watching, we really want him.
There is a box set coming with all of these books in the One Bad Day series. I saw that's coming up soon.
That's cool.
Where you'll be able to get all of those in one,
like a hardcover
set. I think so.
I actually ordered that, Jeff.
Oh, it's already on Amazon?
I'll have it to show everybody.
Okay. Here's a picture. Sorry, I had these out of order, but here's that picture of like the tape.
Yep.
You got a super chat in the.
Oh, can you tell me what it is and what they said?
It's from John678 for $20, and it says, "I'm real pissed about that red Prime 1 Merciless, not because it's a repaint, but because the DX version was sold out on their website for the longest time, so I had to settle for the regular, which arrived last month."
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That is frustrating.
Now you got another one.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, you got another super chat.
Oh, another super chat. Oh, well, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. What's the next one?
Also from John678 for $5.
Thank you.
And lo and behold, after this version was announced, the DX is back for sale. What do you guys think happened there?
Oh, the original DX was available now.
Batches, maybe?
Yeah, it's good. That's all I can think of. It must have been batches. We don't need no stinking badges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really frustrating. I don't understand that at all. But I mean, that's all I could think of is that they're making it that way. But did it sell? Did he say it sold out? It said sold out.
Let me go back.
I'm curious.
Yeah, it says the DX version was sold out on their website. So he settled for the regular.
So yeah, that if they say it's sold out, that's different than like waitlisted. Are you sure it didn't say like waitlisted?
And now the DX is back for sale.
Yeah, that would be really annoying.
Yeah, maybe it was waitlisted because, yeah, like you said, usually once it's sold out, that's it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe contact Prime One, just see what they say. You know, maybe they'll be able to help you out a little bit. Well, thank you again for the super chats, guys. Thank you. So this is great. Was it 6 scale, right? It's I think it's 6 scale. And this is from Sume Art. Just an impressive piece. I am blown away by this. I think new is that Joker stand. I don't remember them ever showing that before. So because you had to buy, there was 2 separate versions or the deluxe that had both. So this is the just really fun piece, and the Batman one just started to ship. I've actually been having some great conversations with their creative director this last week. And we're going to do a lot of stuff together, I think, including some exclusive reveals here on the channel, because they've got more Batman stuff coming. And he said that it is one of the coolest things they've ever done. So I'm really excited for their next piece. So we're going to talk on the phone next week and kind of work out some details, but I love this piece. It's not a scale that I collect, but I really want this one. I really love it a lot. It's just got so much storytelling going on. It's just a lot of fun. So anyway, I did want to announce that because I'm excited to kind of have a little bit of a partnership with them and do some stuff on the channel. So it's exciting.
That's great.
This is a piece that I had no interest in getting, but it's kind of growing on me. Anybody else? Like, I love this. I love the way it looks. It's small though. I mean, it's kind of small.
You went from not liking the Frank Miller Batman to now this might be your second one.
I know, but like this is a Jim Lee, which I think draws me to it. Dan, do you have any interest in this, being a Jim Lee fan like you are, or what do you think?
I like it, but I'm steering clear.
Okay. Is it
like
the art or is it the price point?
I don't think it's the price point.
Okay.
The price point, I think, is fair for what the piece is.
Yeah, $1,200 ish.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting 2 quarter scale figures, 3 arguably if you include Joker.
Arguably 3. Yep.
It's a fairly large, pretty cool base. I mean, I wasn't put off by the price. I'm just not a Frank Miller collector per se. Like you, I mean, no surprise. It's just not my favorite artwork. I don't. Frank's cool. He's an icon. I've got a couple of CGCs because I think I have to because I'm a Batman collector, but and I respect the guy and his work, but it's not, doesn't speak to me. I don't need to spend the money and take up the space. I think that this Joker here makes it, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I did want to say, I had it incorrect. When I did my hit or miss video, my reaction video, I assumed that the Joker was magnetized into the base. That is incorrect. There's 2 separate bases. So depending on whether you order the ultimate version, this is what you will get. It is not magnetized or keyed in. Joker's part of the base. So I did want to convey that because I did have it wrong. I just assumed it would be simple for them to do, but I was wrong. And he is part of the base, just like Batman is part of the base with the Bane versus Batman. So very similar concept there. So anyway, so yeah, that's that. Again, congratulations to anybody that does pick this one up. I do like it. Anybody else like it? I know Dan made some great points. Anybody else thinking about this one, or is everybody not so much?
I like it, but I'm not buying it. At least not right now.
Yeah.
It could always change my mind.
But really fun. Really fun. Just had note that there's been maybe people not playing nice in the chat. I do ask that you guys please be respectful.
Don't make me come down there.
Yeah, right. Jeff will come down there. So please be respectful with your comments and be respectful of each other, please.
I'm not crazy about the Batman in that piece.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I do like the regular. Like I guess I like this one. I don't like the ultimate with the weird teeth.
I like the Joker. I like the Robin. I don't like the Batman.
Yeah.
It looks like the one on the right. I can't tell if the picture is just a little closer up, but look at the size of his chin on the right. It like gets even bigger.
It's even bigger.
You know, it just looks out of proportion.
Well, it's like maybe he's got like his jaw kind of jutted out. Maybe. I don't know.
I think
I don't like it.
generous, but yeah,
I feel like he looks kind of derpy.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
kind of.
Yeah.
Can you zoom back in on the left one?
Yeah.
What's on his chin? It almost looks like a.
It's cross hatching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shading, right?
Yeah, they did that Prime 1 shading with the cross hatching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would buy it just for the Joker. I think I love the Joker.
Joker is cool.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
me
so
too.
good.
Me too.
It's really good.
I don't think it works as well without it.
I agree. I think it needs the Joker. I mean, if you're gonna get it, you got to get this version. I think. And I didn't realize he's a corpse in this.
Yeah.
That's the best part. He's already dead.
I knew in the story he does kill him, right?
Yeah, he kills him, and so
Yeah.
he's floating in the tunnel of love is what the scene is. But I didn't realize when I saw it that he's already dead. Yeah. Pretty great. This is finally going to start for pre-order. That's that great symbiote Spider-Man. Really, really fun piece from XM.
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, it went up today, or
Yeah.
maybe yesterday, sometime this week. Yeah,
Yep, it's really cool.
yeah, I love it. Some pictures of some more McFarlane toys. I know there's some viewers that really like the McFarlane stuff. So we got a new Nightwing coming out, and I think this is maybe from a Titans. Not sure. I know this one is. I'm just not familiar. Do you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our first kind of teaser of the new Joker part 2 with Lady Gaga assumingly playing a version of Harley. So that's exciting.
So do you think she's Harley there or Dr. Quinzel?
I think she's going to be Dr. Quinzel,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Harley's going to be his fantasy.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you watch the first film, it's subjective whether the entire thing's in his brain.
Yeah.
It's all made up. So that's my prediction, is that she will be a doctor in the hospital. And I feel like the Harley persona will be his imagination of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my guess.
And I'm betting that that's where the musical will come in.
Right. That'll be the musical scene.
That it's not really happening.
Right.
It's-
I agree. It's just all his fantasy.
Yep.
Yep.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. These photos are not Jeff Delaney's. I don't remember if you posted any, Jeff, or not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I trying to scramble to get photos this week. But this is another collector posted these. Again, please check out Jeff's review if
Is
you
there
haven't done so.
Michael's in the chat. He says that's his photo.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Well, thank you again for posting these guys. Look at that portrait. It is absolutely incredible.
Really good.
Mhm.
I'm kind of excited
You can tell
because
who it is.
yeah, they actually I'm going to Fan Expo Dallas, I believe. I got press passes for me and my friend Damon and Ledger again, and Rosario Dawson's going to be there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a
So-
lot of respect for her. You talked about Amy knowing her stuff at Sideshow. I feel like Rosario was one of those rare actresses that understood the comic book community from the start
It's awesome.
and has done a lot of good work with, you know, she was in 2 Sin City movies back in 2005 was the first one.
Yep.
She's done Wonder Woman, voiced Wonder Woman on multiple animated films.
Daredevil.
Daredevil, you know, multiple
Yeah.
Marvel series as that nurse character.
Yes.
Clerks.
She was in The Defenders.
I think she's awesome.
Yeah, she's really great. So I'm hoping that she might be somebody I try to meet.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase is going to be there. I feel like I got to meet him too. I love Christmas Vacation. I love that movie. I just got to meet him for that. But this is an interesting. This is from In Art, the Batman and Bruce Wayne. So there's a before and after. There's some of these pictures I kind of think the before looked better. I don't know about you guys. I
Mhm.
know some people kind of made that same comment. Like this is I just feel like the before looks a little bit better. What do you guys think?
Mm,
I don't know.
I think I'd like the before hair on the after face on the other picture.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Hmm.
But anyway, so they're tweaking him still. So for you 6-scale collectors, there's another example right there.
so
That's
wait,
the
a member changed it, or that's the company that made that change?
company.
Oh wow.
The company has updated it.
Hmm.
These are some cool photos. This is just some comparison for people that like these photos like I do. So we have the Prime one off to the left. You've got the J&D Batman, which I feel like is the best Batman out there in terms of accuracy, especially with the face portrait. Of course, it is the most expensive by far. Still real happy with my Queen Studios one. And then, of course, you have the Prime 1 Joker next to him. Here's another comparison. You got the Queen Studios on your right, and the Bale portrait I feel like is more accurate on the J&D. When you look at them side by side, but both still good, especially for the price point you get with the Queen Studios.
That's a lot of chin on the Queen Studios.
Yeah.
Just the space between his mouth and bottom of his chin seems.
Yep. I
something
just don't
weird
feel like I don't feel like they got Bale's mouth on the Queen Studios.
Right.
Like when I'm looking at mine, like this looks really weird to me on this. Like when I'm looking at him in real life, he's more arrowed down, like his face is a little bit more down, so it doesn't look like that.
That's what I was just.
I mean,
that's what I was just showing here, Chris.
Yeah,
It's not. You don't look up at him like that.
you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that makes a big difference when you're looking at him like that. It looks much better. So I still feel like for the price point, the Queen Studios is still a great option.
I mean,
I've got the Prime one, and I feel like you got more Batman for your money because he's just bigger.
Here you have the J&D Batman portrait silicone versus the Queen Studios portrait. I personally think that the J&D looks better here.
Yep.
But I think they're both still good again for what they are. Again, you're looking at what, $3,000 versus $900, maybe $1,000.
I agree the J&D is better, but like I said before, I cannot look at that portrait and not think of George Bush.
It looks every time I look at him, that's all I see is George Bush.
Yeah.
Every time.
The one on the right looks more like Val Kilmer than it does.
He does look like Val Kilmer. I was just going to say that. I could see that too. These are some in-hand photos of the Queen Studios piece here, and I think this looks fantastic.
Yeah, looks good.
Which scale is this?
This is third. This is their third scale Queen, the one on the small Batmobile.
That looks. It looks like he had a real heavy 5 o'clock shadow. Does Pattinson have a like that? That doesn't. Does he have a heavy 5 o'clock shadow like that?
He's got some, but I feel like it's just the lighting here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be.
But he clearly has some. Maybe they did some of that. I mean, there you can see like his upper lip. See how it's not as pronounced there?
Yeah, it's just shadow.
Then you have the unmasked portraits as well. I do like that they have the little stands for him. But anyway, I know some collectors have already been getting this one in hand, so congratulations to anybody that's picking this one up. I do think that likeness looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
That looks good.
That's good.
Yeah, that looks
Some
good
of
there.
those pictures look like movie.
Yeah, like stills.
Yeah.
Good lighting.
So I do think this is a good option for collectors. Again, I know not everybody likes the base, but
It's just a little tiny Batmobile.
it is. It's a little look at that little cute little Batmobile down there.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
It could benefit from a big styrofoam block.
That's right. Yes, it would. Or one of Dan's homemade risers, which look great.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. This is a new Boba Fett from Sideshow. Actually, I think this looks really good with the new paint.
Get better for $2,000.
Is that how much it is?
$2,000.
Yikes, that's a lot. That's a lot. There's, I mean, clearly like no silicone or anything like that. The paint does look really good.
Yep.
But yikes, 2,000. Yikes. Oof. I threw a couple of these photos in. This is we don't talk about this company very much. This is like Beast Kingdom, right?
I have some of these.
And that's
like
why I
that.
threw it in there because I know Eric collects some of these. They've if you're a Disney fan, they've come out with some really great stuff. And this obviously is the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. But I think these are really fun. Look how big that is. That's a big piece.
I mean, it looks a little bit bigger because it's in front of the person. Like the same. So I have the Little Mermaid. I have Ursula, and I have Rapunzel from Tangled. And,
That's awesome.
They're big, but they're not as big as what it looks like because the person's standing behind it.
Well,
The cat they did looked great too.
Yeah, it was really good. I do think this is a kid holding him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I think that's why he looks bigger, but I think it's a kid holding him.
Okay.
Eric, are they like 18 inches or smaller than that?
I think right around that size. Yeah, I think about
Okay,
18.
yeah.
But I think they're awesome.
I mean, don't get me wrong; they're very big. They don't look like gigantic like that. Like that whole entire person's like torso or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
This is from Rocky 3 and 4 from PCS. Haven't heard a lot of love for this.
So Ant said they are going to improve it.
Did he also come out and say that these haven't sold well?
He said that the entire Rocky line has not sold well, and each piece has sold worse than the one before it.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. I thought it was pretty brave of him to say that.
I thought so too.
And so I tip my hat to Ant, for kind of being honest about this. I mean, clearly there are some people buying, but just the fact that they say, "Hey, we're going to go in and tweak it." Again, that's a company listening, which I think is great. There is this sculpt here with the yellow and the Italian stallion, of course, the robe, and then they're also doing the red, white, and blue. This is from I think Rocky 4, where he fights Drago. So it's fun. I mean, I do think that they could work on the portrait a little bit more.
Is it the same statue, just different?
I believe it's the exact same statue.
So it's the same, but the clothes are different and the base is different. Just as the surface of the boxing ring will be what it was in the movie. In the Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, part of the hair is different, but the sculpt of the face and body is identical.
Oh, even to those?
1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Okay. So really you're just changing clothes is what you're doing pretty much.
Yeah, and that's why there's been a Rocky 1 and 2 bundle on seconds for weeks now because nobody wants to buy both. They want one or the other.
Yeah, it's a weird bundle.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I gotta give him credit. He's done most of the major characters from the movies, even though it's been a loss for the company.
Yeah, and that's commitment to the collector right there.
And he also revealed they're going to do a quarter scale line as well, and that might include a Dio or two, which makes sense for a boxing movie to have a Dio.
But if these haven't sold well, why would they do a quarter scale?
I don't know. He said hopefully the quarter scale line will do better. And I said, will that be the same sculpts or different sculpts? And he said different.
Okay. Well, that's something then.
Let me tell you what I think would be cool. And this made me think of it. But back in the 70s when DC did those big, almost like magazine things, and they had the Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
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 If they could make that statue. That was cool. Kind of like, I know me and every kid, all my friends, we all had that.
Yep.
Just because, that was just kind of a really cool scene.
Totally agree.
I think that would be awesome.
I'm tempted to buy the Rocky 2. I have a lot of nostalgia for the Rocky 2. So if that popped up on seconds, I might buy it. Although I'm really curious what they're going to come up with in quarter scale.
Yeah, you might want to wait since you have more quarter scale.
Yeah.
This is a Lobo print that Sideshow's doing. Alex Gardner. I thought this looked awesome.
That's cool. Yeah,
Isn't that
That'd make
cool?
a great statue.
Oh my god, it'd be awesome as a statue. It's so well
You know
done.
what that made me think? That's David Harbour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think David Harbour should play Lobo.
I do too. I think he'd be phenomenal.
Dang.
I love it.
I hadn't even thought of that. Everybody
Yeah.
wants Jason Momoa, but
Yep.
I think I'd like that better.
Yeah.
I would.
Look at the
Be
ES on
great.
this 150 and aluminum 50. It's pretty low ES on that. Not bad. This was that collector that had the full size Spider-Man. What his bust collection looks like.
That's all.
Pretty insane.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.